Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel, I'm ForClassic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in here is Valheim. This game have been quite a success, early access game with already 3 million copies sold. It's developed by Iron Gate Studios and it is using Unity, and it's a quite demanding game for the graphics that's showing here. My recommendation it is to play at medium settings. I'm avoiding to use any of the unwanted post-processings like motion blur or chromatic aberration or depth of field. These are the requirements for the game, so they do recommend the GTX 970, 8 gigs of RAM, and they just say you need kind of an i5 with 3 GHz. They don't specify which series. Alright, so I decided to take the game to the test, and at 1080p using median settings, the settings that I will be using throughout the video, I was able to get an experience fully above 60 frames per second with an average of 79 and a minimum of 70. If you go with maximum settings, including those post-processings that people usually don't like, you can expect a frame rate above 50. This might sound sufficient, but I was playing alone, so if you are going to play cooperative with 4 or 5 more players, it might get more demanding and you might get worse frames. At 1440p, median settings provided a good experience between the 40s and the 60s, and the 1440p maximum settings, unfortunately, in my opinion, it wasn't really ideal, since I was able to notice some frames under 30 frames per second. So, this is an early access title, so I'm pretty sure this will improve either graphics or performance or both. They are just starting, and I mean, they already sold 3 million copies, and this was pretty much built by 5 people, and it's impressive. I mean, the graphics are not really that impressive though, but the game itself and the amount of bugs that this game have, it is what impresses the most, because this is a game done by 5 people and there are barely any bugs in here. This is on early access. People usually when you buy a game on early access, you are expecting to have major bugs, but that's not really the case. A lot of people have more than 50 or 100 hours into the game, and they have been kind of playing without too much bugs. This is pretty much a survival game, so you need to do the type of stuff that you do in a survival game, like get wood, get stone, build stuff, build your own weapons, or build stuff to build any other stuff that are more complex. So it works that way, but for the most part I don't think that it can be as obnoxious as other games are. I have been playing some survivals in the past, and many of them kind of require a lot of time and a lot of time spent into getting your food properly or any stuff like that. No, in the case of this game, everything it is quite easy to do. The thing is, you get combat Dark Soul-ish style. It is not as good as Dark Souls, but you have caves, boss fights. I'm assuming that this is a boss, so I'm just going to run away in here. But yeah, that's what it brings the attention to many players. And above all, this is super cheap. This game, it is at the moment of this video costing about 16 euros or 17 euros. So it's a very cheap game. It's an early access game, that's why it is so cheap. But still, I was expecting many issues or lack of content since it is their first release in early access. But no, that's not really the case. The game, it is very complete at the moment. So if you buy the game, the thing that you can improve, it is only to improve over time with the team adding stuff, adding optimization, and fixing graphics to be, you know, better suitable for what it demands. But for now, most of the people are really satisfied. Most of the big review websites are giving huge scores to this game, between 8 to 9. Steam scores, it is above 95%, so most of the people are really satisfied. I think it's mostly people are impressed with what you pay for this game and what you get, and the fact that it is an early access, you are always expecting the worst, but that's not really the case in this game. It is just absolutely great, especially if you love surviving games with boss fights and dungeons like this. I think this is really great. So guys, I think that's all that I want to talk about Valheim. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video. Obviously I'm going to die in here, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.